Hey, fourth graders. Today for English class, you're going to be working on the last page of the chapter, the cumulative review. It's pages 255 to 256. So this is reviewing concepts we've been learning all year long. The first section, you're going to underline the correctly spelled noun or abbreviation in each sentence. Please look back at chapter number 3 if you need to verify how something is spelled. Simply underline the correctly written word. Then, section B, you're going to match the words to the correct part of a friendly letter. Heading, greeting, body, closing, signature. Then, letter C, underline the word that can form contractions and then write the contraction. Then, letter D, underline twice the correct form of the helping verb. Choose the right word and underline it. On the back of the page, you need to correct the double negative by getting rid of one of the negative words or by changing one of the negative words so that it isn't in the negative form. Then underline the correct homophone, words that sound the same but have different meanings. So read the sentence carefully to see what the correct meaning is. Then complete each sentence with the correct form of the verb in parentheses. You might need to change it to past tense or future tense or something like that. Then choose the correct verb in parentheses to complete each sentence. Word usage, using the word correctly. Remember, you can take a look at the handbook in the back of your book to give you more instructions if you need to. You can ask me a question if you need to, but do your best to try to get these right. Don't just rush through them to get them done. I want you to do your best and try to get them correct. Then as we move on to reading today, we are going to continue reading our story here about the Pony Express. So the first review question is, what historical events provide the setting for the night ride to River Station? And so this is where we're looking at the Pony Express at the beginning of the Civil War. Those are the historical events that make this a historical fiction story. Number 2, what is an example of a historical fact from the story? Something that's a true fact would be that the Pony Express took place at the same time the Civil War broke out, or that the Pony Express riders use a mochila to carry mail. Both of those are true things. What is an example of a fictional detail that was added to make the story more exciting? Well, the characters are in the story. The Thomas family, Pete, the horse named Copper, as well as the description of the Thompson cabin in the Devil's Slide. All of those things are fictional things that have been added to add interest to the story. What challenges might Seth face during his ride that would increase emotion and suspense? Well, he's going to have all kinds of things happen to him. He could encounter some bandits like Pete did. The gravel on Devil's Slide is challenging for an expert rider. Seth has never ridden Copper before. He'll be riding in the dark since it's nighttime. Number 6, what effect does their worldview have on their responses to danger? Well, they ask the Lord's blessing on their food. They pray for Pa's healing and for the Pony Express rider. They show concern for one another. Ma asked the Lord to go with Seth. And through all these examples, the family demonstrates dependence upon God for the things that are outside their control. Now, here we are with our vocabulary for today. We have aspen, distrustful, heave, relief, solitary, intensely. The green leaves of the aspens turn yellow and fall to the ground. An aspen is a tree. Because the girl had lied many times, her friends were distrustful of her words. They could not trust her. Christine heaved her loaded book bag into the trunk of the car. She picked it up. It was heavy. She had to push it, heave it. Number 4, Mom gave a sigh of relief when no one was hurt in the accident. Relief means you're no longer feeling tense. The old woman lives a solitary life now that her husband is in heaven. She's alone. Solitary is alone. My muscles grew up tensely just before I was to perform a piano solo. Tense, tight. Okay, so I want you to start on page 598, and you're going to read through to the end of the story to figure out what happens with Seth. You want to look for how did Seth handle Copper, since he's never ridden this horse before, and you're going to want to see, were they able to make it through Devil's Slide without any sort of incident? Then you're going to work on your workbook page 237, and you've got to analyze some details. So this requires a little thinking and a little writing. You have 4 questions to answer. Then it says list one event from each part of the plot. The rising action is where things are just starting, the beginning. It's getting bigger. The climax is the most exciting, interesting part of the story. And then the falling action is what happens after that exciting part has finished up. So that's the end of the story. Basically, the rising action is the beginning, the climax is the middle, all the way till right before the end, and then the falling action is the end. Then on the back, you're going to mark character words that tell you something about his worldview and what he values. So you're marking words that have to do with something he believes or that shows something he believes. Then write the vocabulary words down there in the analogy when you're comparing things there. Then today you need to take your spelling test. So you're going to go to spellingcity.com, sign in, and take the spelling test for list 29.